Hello traders, this is Tanya with T Trades, and today we are going to learn how to set up volume on our Tradingview chart. I'm going to close out my volume and then we'll start from scratch. This chart is a chart that I put together. In my last video, I showed the watchers and viewers how to put their moving average on their Tradingview chart. And now we're going to add volume to our Tradingview chart. So you simply go to Indicators, you click on Volume. Now your volume will show up as bars on the bottom of your chart. The green bars are days when the volume was on an up bar, and the red volume bars are when the price went down. So you can look and see this price, it was a down day, down volume, and it was on, or it was higher volume on a down day. And so the price closed lower on this day with higher volume than the average volume. And that's a whole nother subject that we can get into in another video. But now that we have our volume indicators set up below, these are the default indicators, the green and the red, and you can always change the colors, but I think green and red are very good colors for volume indicators. Now, I want to show you one of the features in TradingView, and it took me a while to figure this out. When you set up the default volume, you're able to move your chart up and down. And there's an advantage to being able to move your chart down because I can clearly see better that this day the price went down, closed down, and it closed down on high volume. And a lot of times that can be a shakeout or it can be a danger sign of the stock. So if you notice over here, the price went up that day on very high volume. And usually that's a good indication that big money is coming into the stock. Now, I like to separate my volume from my chart. And so you can go to the three dots on your volume, and you can click on the three dots. And then you can change the visual, or you can move it to a new pane either above, or you can click on the three dots and move it to a new pane below. And sometimes you have to do that twice. I will put it below, and then I have to do it one more time to get it where I want it, because I want it to be in a new pane below, and I want my chart to be totally separated from my volume. And that's just a that's just a preference that I have. So that might not suit you, and it does not matter. It just matters that you can enjoy the chart yourself and it makes sense to you. But now I will show quickly how I used volume and price to enter into Tesla stock. I have been buying Tesla stock since 2017, and I've sold it and bought it and sold it and bought it. But right here is I was in Tesla and then I got out, and Tesla was just moving sideways, not making very much progress, basically doing what's called a little bit of a contraction pattern. And then it tightened up on this corner. You can almost draw a triangle here. And it really tightened up and started contracting. And usually that's a very good sign. And then I kept watching the stock and I kept waiting for it to break out above this trend line. I'm a breakout trader and I like to trade technicals. And so I was waiting for it to break out above this trend line. And Tesla announced, or the news announced that Tesla was going to be in listed in the S&P 500. And that day, the stock broke out from the trend line, and I jumped on board, and I was able to ride the stock from this trend all the way up to, I think I rode it up to about 840 when I started exiting out of the stock at about 840, right around here, when it started rolling over. And that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother educational video on how I knew when to sell the Tesla stock based on indicators. But I will make another video on that. But I want to say that one of the good indicators is that when Tesla broke out here, the volume increased. It was higher volume than several days before. Um, several days before. So that breakout was confirmed with greater volume. And so that was a confirmation that the stock was probably going to move into the right direction and into the direction that I wanted it to go. You never know. There's never any guarantees. And once again, this video is only for educational purposes, and manage your own risk and make your own decisions. Now, one more thing is you want to save this as a template. As I showed in my last video, you click on templates and you want to say save indicator template. And so we are going to save this indicator template as a 1 day. And that means that each one of these bars represent 1 day. And it has an 8 moving average, a 21 moving average, a 50-day moving average, and a 150-day moving average, and it has volume indicator. So that's how I choose to save that template. You can save it in any way you want and give it any name that you want. And I'm going to save, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the tea I'm drinking today. I'm drinking Kava Stress Relief Tea by Yogi Kava Stress Relief Tea, and it makes you really nice and calm for your trading day. Well, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.